All right, to factor out the greatest common factor, this is where we look at a problem and we're trying to find what monomial could they all be divided by. So for example, if I have 4x plus 10, what we look and we say, what can 4x and 10 both be divided by? The largest thing that goes into both of them is 2. And then we're kind of going back to our factored form. So 2 times what would give me that? Well, 2 times 2 gives me 4. There was an x there. And then 2 times 5 gives me 10. So this is the factored form. What did it come from? And we found the biggest thing that goes in between, or that goes into both. Okay, let's make them a little bit trickier. Is if I have 6x squared plus 9x. So here I'm going to look at what is the largest thing that goes into both. Well, 6 and 9, the biggest thing that they can both be divided by is 3. And then they both have at least one x. So the most x's I could take out is 1 because this has 2 and this only has 1. So I'm going to take out an x. And then I would say, well, what does this multiply by to get that? So 3 times what is 6? 2. There should be 2 x's here because it's x squared. I have 1 accounted for out here, so I need 1 more inside. Plus sign in the middle. 3 times what is 9? 3. There was 1 x, and that's accounted for outside, so this is the factored form of that. Let's do one more that's just a little bit longer. Let's do 10x to the 4th y plus 30x to the 3rd y plus 15x squared. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Sorry, guys. All right, so I start with the number in front, and I say 10, 30, and 15. The largest number that goes into both of those, or all three of those, excuse me, is 5. This has 4 x's, this has 3, this has 2. The most that I could pull from each one then is 2, because you have to pull the same amount from each. Now this has 1y, this has 1y, this does not, so I can't factor out a y because I can't divide all of them by y. Okay, so I pulled out the greatest common factor. Now I have to factor it to say what distributes to get that. So 5 times what is 10? 2. There was 4 x's there. 2 of them are accounted for out here, so I still need 2 more. And then there's that y. Okay, 5 times what is 30? 6. There was 3 x's, 2 of them are accounted for here, so there's still 1 more that remains, and that y that remains there. Now, 5 times what is 15? 3. I already pulled out all those x squareds out here, so then I'm done.